Alright guys, welcome to the Forest Fire channel. I'm John Rodriguez, and in today's video we're going to be talking, of course you guys already saw the thumbnail, so it's going to be talking about the automatic Trident Arca plate. The evolution of the Arca plates, if you guys aren't familiar with it, has come over the years of competition and guys trying to get more stable and get the advantage over the next competitor, right? These new products come out and they're usually, one person uses it and it works because it's well thought out of, and they just run with it. So the difference between this one, right, some of the things that I see that are different between this one is, one, that it's skeletonized and super lightweight. This probably weighs, I don't know, a few, I'm gonna say maybe 5-6 ounces, maybe 10 ounces as top, no more than a red dot. Yeah, and the cool thing I just found out was that these are Cutie attachments. So here's a Cutie sling, standard Cutie attachment, and it drops right in. Okay, so what does that mean? I'll talk to you about that in a second. So this company is from the Ukraine, and they sent me this one, and this is serialized number 22. So this is the first one in the US. I contacted them on Instagram and they were kind enough to send it to me. Now guys, when companies send me products, that doesn't mean that I automatically say I love it. This is a quick overview. I'm going to be running this for the next couple months, trying to run through the paces, but I've used things like this before. So the only thing that this has to do is basically the mechanism, the Arca mechanism has to hold up. Okay, if that holds up, then this plate is amazing. I like the lightweight of the lightweightness of it compared to, let's say, like the Area 419, which is what I've been using. But again, that's the bags attached to that. So how do you run this? This gives you the versatility of running it this way with the Trident forward, or we'll call these bat ears, like Batman ears, or with the Batman ears forward. And that gives you more versatility on where to put it on your rail and what kind of coverage you get. Now this opens up your footprint this wide. So why would you say that that's important? I'm going to go through it right now and show you guys how this works. These work in conjunction with some type of bag. All right, you can run them without a bag, but I don't recommend it because then you can't get level. The bag picks up that cushion. All right, so the gun is clear. I'm going to move this a little bit this way so you guys can see. All right, so the way that I would normally run this is I would probably run the Trident forward, not the bat ears, and run that as close as I can to that stop I have down there. All right, now that being tight. Well, before we do that, let me show you what it looks, why a plate like this would be even necessary. As you can see, all right, you would lay down the bag, get behind it. All right, I'm still fighting here. I mean, it's stable. It's more stable than if I didn't have a bag, but you could see that I have all this side-to-side wiggle. Okay, you can see the bag's pretty much sucking it up, but I do have this side-to-side wiggle, and that makes it, in some conditions, makes it difficult for me to get stable. All right, you attach the plate. You attach the plate and you drop that on there, and as you can see, there is, when I do side-to-side wiggle, the bag moves with it. So I'm able to level the gun, get behind the gun, and do that. Now, not only does it work to give me a wider footprint to make it more stable, it also gives me a place to put my arm. Right, I put my wrist on there and I hold the bell housing with this, which gives me good stability. I can control the gun from here. This hand's up and I'm stable. My reticle's not floating around too much. All right, and or I could also go right here. You know, some people like to grab here. This also gives you something to put some downward pressure on. So it's pretty stable compared to if I did not have a plate. Now you could run it, like I said, with the Trident forward, or as I like to call, the bat ears. Now when you run the bat ears, guys, all right, when you run the bat ears, you do not want to run it all the way to the back, because this is pretty much worthless over here. Right, covering the mag well, unless you have like a short 5-round mag that you can get over, and then you want to put the bag closer to the, but like I said, you would probably want to run that like right right in front of the mag well so it doesn't interfere. Again, I have this stop here, but I can still do it. And then that puts the gun even closer to the bag, or I mean further forward, and still doesn't impede feeding. All right, so that's what these plates are good for. Now let's talk about drawback. I mean, one of the drawbacks, of course, it adds a little bit of weight to your gun. Another drawback would be, let me put this down for a second. Another drawback to the ones, a drawback to the ones that the bags aren't attached to is that you have to, of course, this will be attached to the rifle. As you pick up the rifle, you have to move the bag to each position, where the Area 419 that has the bag attached, you just pick up the rifle. I mean, you still have to hold the bag. You still have to hold the bag and move it around. Now, the cool thing about this one, being able to utilize standard Cutie points, right? And guys, we all know how cheap these Cutie things are on Amazon, like 10 bucks, even that. So let's just say that you get some straps, some fasteners, right? Some type of tri-glides or some type of fasteners, and you create your own attachment to the bag. Because this bag has a thing here where I can potentially put 4 Cutie attachments, or 2 Cutie attachments on opposite ends, and that will leave the bag with me. Okay, I might even be able to run my sling through the bag the way it is and tighten it, and then that will leave the bag.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, so just for a quick demonstration, I just grabbed a sling and put some Cutie attachment. This is not by any way the way this is going to go, but potentially you could do it right in the field where it is attached. So I can drop it in there, shoot my stage, right, lift it up for the next stage, come down and bring it down without having to buy an additional bag. Alright guys, so that's pretty cool that you have that there, that you have the ability to do that. That is one of the pluses that you don't have on the other ones, and I literally just found this out making this video. I was like, wow, that looks like Cuties. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. That's the Arca, automatic Trident Arca plate. Trident or bat ears. You tell me what you guys think in the description below. Tell me what you guys think about this product. I'll leave a link below to either their website or Instagram so you guys can contact them. And yeah, so alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the range.